All right, so hi everybody. I'm John, the founder of RLTRsync. We're going to go over a few different platforms we have today. We'll start with the open house management platform. This replaces the sign-in sheets at an open house. It also streamlines the New York State agency and fair housing disclosures and the hold harmless once we get that set up. We're going to go over the offer management platform, which is for streamlining and collecting offers so you don't have to sort through your email, and then the digital business card at the end. So, like I said, our open house platform replaces the paper sign-in sheet. So at an open house, you can either display something like this, which you can see on my screen, on your phone, laptop, or iPad, or you can print out a flyer like this right from our website, display it inside the open house in the kitchen at the front door. The idea is you want people to come in to the open house and scan this QR code with their iPhone. We also have the option that you can sign people in on your own device if you want to use an iPad and sign people in one by one. But I recommend having people scan the QR code, and I'll show you guys why. So when someone scans the QR code with their phone, a digital sign-in sheet will be loaded on their device. It'll ask for their first name, last name, phone number, and email. These are required from everybody who comes to the open house. So you're going to capture the contact information from all of your open house visitors. It'll ask for their address. That's optional. It'll ask if they're currently working with another agent as an exclusive agent. If they say yes, it'll ask for that agent's name and company. As the listing agent, you guys have access to make that question required or not required. And it'll ask if they're pre-approved for a loan, which is another optional question. If you have a real estate agent come to the open house with their buyer, they could scan the QR code as well. Click this button that says, "Are you an agent?" Fill out their name, click search, click sign in, and instead of giving you a paper business card, that'll be synced with our system as well. But for this instance, we're gonna go the buyer route. So I come to the open house, I scan the QR code, and I fill out the first few lines. A benefit of them using their own device is you saw what I just did there. All that information was auto-filled, so it was very quick. And most of the time, the information is gonna be accurate if it comes from an autofill, opposed to them writing it down manually, scribbling their email in, scribbling their phone number. So they come to the open house, they fill out their information, and they click sign in. Once they sign in, that information is instantly sent to your account on our platform. It can also be synced with your follow-up boss system, and we'll get into that in a little bit. So every person who comes to the open house goes right into your CRM system. From there, the New York State agency and fair housing disclosure is loaded on the visitor's phone. Everything here is filled out from the sign-in sheet. It says Cornerstone right here because I was doing a different demo, but it will say Island Advantage. Everything's filled out. The check boxes are checked. They actually can't change any of the information on here, so you don't have to look over their shoulder, worry if they're filling it out correctly or incorrectly. It's going to be the same every time. So they scroll down, they sign their name, insert signature, agree and sign. Same thing on the fair housing. Everything's filled out. They scroll down, they sign their name, agree and sign, and that is how the open house process works. Both disclosures will be emailed to you guys, the listing agent. They'll also be emailed to the visitor, keeping you guys in compliance. If you typically have something you give out at the open house, whether it's a floor plan or a PDF, you can attach that here as well. That'll be on the confirmation page. It'll also be attached to the registration email that each visitor receives when they sign into the open house. So that's the front end example of the open house sign-in sheet, how it works at an open house. So what you guys should have gotten a few days ago now is a text that gave you a link to set up your account. You can use that text to set your password, or you could sign in from your phone. When you want to access our dashboard, you'll go to RLTRsync.com, and I'll recap all this in an email to you guys after, but you go to RLTRsync.com and click login on the top right, and that'll bring you right to the dashboard here. All of the open house features are managed here under open house platform and open house. So the most important thing that you guys should use during an open house is our visitor list. So if you click or hover the open house, the little menu button, you'll see visitor list. Click that, and that's everybody who signs into your open house in real time. So these are all me because I do this for a lot of demos. But if you see this green check mark here, that means that the person who came to the open house filled out and completed the disclosures, so you know that you're in compliance. If for whatever reason they don't have this green check mark, whether they closed the app or they just didn't want to sign it, you'll see that they don't have a green check mark here. What you can do is you can click complete disclosures on your own phone, laptop, or whatever you access this from, and that'll pick up where they left off with their information so they could sign on your device. The other option is you can just click email disclosures, and that'll email them a copy of the disclosures. It'll CC you on it, so this way if they don't want to sign it, you still have proof that you gave them a copy of the disclosure at the open house. If their name is in red here, that means they said, yes, I'm working with another agent. And another reason I recommend you have this pulled up on your phone is because when you come through the open house with a visitor, you can click view and then you can write notes about the buyer. And this way, after the open house, say you have 10, 20 people who come through, you can have notes assigned to each contact so you can put a face to the name later and send a more personalized follow-up email or text. A few other features that we have for the open house is if someone doesn't have their phone, doesn't want to sign in this way, later you can click manually add visitor, you can fill in their information, you can email them the disclosures as well, and you can click add visitor. This way you'll keep them all in the same spot right here. You can download all the disclosures after the open house to have them all in one folder. You can hide any users that are working with an agent. You can download a PDF report of everybody who came to the open house. This way you could show the homeowner, hey, we had an open house, we had 20 people come through, and it'll give you a little bit of rapport with them, and you can export all of the leads to Excel. If for whatever reason you don't sync it with Follow Up Boss right away, you can export it to Excel, upload it into Follow Up Boss or any other CRM that you guys use. A few other options that we have as far as the open house platform goes is our mass email function. So the same way you got to the visitor list, you just click email visitors. And once this loads here, the mass email function, so say you're doing an open house and you have a price reduction because the property won't sell. You can select everybody who came to that open house and you can email blast all of them with either a price reduction, a similar property coming on the market, you're expecting an offer, or a custom message. It's just an easy way to stay on top of the leads who have come to your open house. The digital sign-in display is what you would do if you want to sign people in on your laptop or iPad. It gives you a QR code and a button that they can click. Sign in is just how you emulate a sign-in. So say you want to test it out, you click sign in and that'll be a sign-in. You can copy the link if you want to send it on Facebook or something to pre-register people for the open house. You can do that as well. Or you could download the QR code. Another feature that we have is the follow-up email. So you guys can customize this. You can choose to send it 15, 30, 45 minutes or an hour after the open house, after each person signs into the open house. This is a follow-up email. It's fully customizable. Mostly it's just a thank you for coming to the open house. Here's my information. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. So like I said, that's fully customizable right there. We have the ability to add a lender. I don't know if you guys work with one primary lender or each agent kind of has their own preferred lender. But if you do, you can refer your lender. They'll be co-branded on here with you. You guys have access to share the leads. So if you have a good relationship with your mortgage lender and you send them the leads anyway, this is good exposure for them. And it also gives them access to everybody who came to the open house. So that is most of our functionality. I'm going to show you guys how to create an open house and get the flyer as well. So to create an open house, everything here is done off of the dashboard. You'll see your listings. If you didn't add a listing yet, you won't have anything. So all you have to do is come to this button here that says add listing. You type in the address of the listing. It does have to be live on the MLS for our system to pick it up. You select the address, click retrieve listing. As far as creating the open house where we were before, you add your listing, you type the property address in, click confirm, and it'll add your new listing right here. You hover this little menu button and click create open house. From there you could fill out, or this information should actually be filled out for you already. Then you select the open house dates. You can add the times, you don't have to add the times. If you're co-hosting it with another agent, you can add that other agent on there as well. You guys will both be co-branded on there. and share the leads. This is where the New York State disclosures come from. Make sure this is on. Once we implement the hold harmless, I believe we'll add another toggle button for it because it's not for every property to my understanding. If it is for every property, then you won't have to worry about it. If you're doing an open house and there's a ring device, you can toggle this on and that'll add the audio disclosure. Or if you're doing an open house for a rental, you could toggle this on and that'll switch out the disclosures for the rental disclosures. From there, the rest of this information is pulled from the MLS, and then you can add a highlight sheet if you want, like I talked about before. If you have a floor plan or something you give out at the open house, you attach it right here, and that'll be sent to each person who comes to the open house. So you fill out the little bit of information and click Create an Open House Sign-in Sheet. Once it loads, you'll see your new open house listing here, 5 Bay Road. And then to get the little flyer, which we saw before, you click Download OH Flyers. Select the address, which we just created, 5 Bay Road, and click download. That'll download a fully pre-populated flyer for you. The open house or the address, the listing pictures will be attached to it. The QR code will be attached to it. Your information, your logo, and all of that. So once that's downloaded, you just print it out, and that QR code will be ready to go. One more thing I want to touch on was syncing with Follow Up Boss. So that is going to be done here in the Sync with CRM tab. The easiest way to do it is you click this link right here that says how to set up parsing email with Follow Up Boss, and we give you a very easy list to follow. You log into Follow Up Boss, you click this button, you click API keys and lead email, you copy that email address, you go back to that sync tab and you paste the email right there. And all of the open house leads will sync automatically with your follow-up boss. It's a very easy thing to do, but I'd recommend referring to this article because it lays it out pretty simple for you guys. So the next platform you guys have access to with the open house is our offer management platform. How the offer management platform works is we collect all of the offers that buying agents make on a property. We store them in one dashboard, we collect the proof of funds, any additional documentation, and we organize it nicely for you guys so you don't have to sift through your emails to see it. So how it's working right now is agents, when they have a new listing, they get this link from our platform, which I'll show you about in a second, and they paste it in the agent-only remarks. So when an agent looks at the property, they view it on MLS, they see, please submit all offers using this link, they copy this link, they paste it in Google, and it looks like this. So typically it's meant for agent to agent, but we do have a fallback if for whatever reason a buyer does get access to this link. So we'll show you how that works before we get into the agent to agent. But if a buyer gets access, they'll click I'm a buyer. It'll ask if they're currently working with another agent. If they click yes, it'll say please copy this link and send that to your listing agent so they can make an offer for you. If they say no, we just collect their basic information. We send it to you guys so you can work through them with submitting an offer so it's not incomplete and they know what to expect since they're not a licensed realtor. For the agent to agent, when the agent copies this link from the MLS, typically they would click I'm a licensed real estate agent. They fill out their information as well as their company name. Click next. And this is where they submit all of the offer details. So let's say we want to make an offer for $1.2 million. Our system will tell them, hey, just so you know, this is 9.2% over asking. It'll ask how much is going to go to the buyer broker, 2.5%, and then it calculates the net to seller after that. Down payment on contract, say we do 20% down payment on contract, another $100,000 cash at closing. That'll be a $340,000 total down payment at 28.3%. From there, they can select the loan type, conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, or cash, and any contingencies that they want to attach to the offer. So an inspection, appraisal, or financing, and then a proposed closing date. This is more used for cash offers if they want to close quickly, but just to give you an idea of when they're willing to close. From there, they click next. They fill out their lender information if they have it and their attorney information. And then next they can attach a proof of funds or a pre-approval letter. So the same way it would work when they email it to you, they attach it right here. It uploads to our system. They click next. They have the option to add any additional information, whether it's something about their buyers or whatever additional information they want to include. And then the same thing for additional documentation, whether they want to add a bank statement or, again, whatever they would typically attach in an email to you guys, that's what they can include here. So then they click review offer, they make sure it all looks good, and they click submit offer. Once they do that, the listing agent and the buying agent will both receive an email confirmation. You guys will also both receive a text confirmation. Once the listing agent views the offer, so we send the listing agent a text saying, hey, you got a new offer, click here to view it. Once they click the link to view the offer, we send another email to the buying agent to say, hey, just so you know, the listing agent has viewed your offer, just as a receipt and a little bit of peace of mind for them so they know that, hey, the offer has been viewed. We also send the buying agent a text with a link. So if they want to update their offer, increase their offer, or do anything, they can edit it. The listing agent will be notified, but this way they don't have to look through another email. They don't have to do anything like that. It's a really simple way to update an offer after it's already been made. So that's how it works from the buying agent side. As the listing agent, everything as far as offers goes is under here. You'll see listing management and then view offers. The property that we're making offers on is 146 Awixa Boulevard. So you can sort this data however you want. You can sort it by highest price, highest net to seller. You can sort it by only the cash offers. You can sort it by contingencies, so appraisal, financing, anything like that. So you can manipulate the data in whatever way you'd like to. You can also select two different offers here and compare the selected offers. So whether you're going over it for yourself or with your seller, you can see offer 2 is higher by 3.5%, but offer 1 has a higher down payment by 15%, and it just gives you a little bit of insight and metrics there. You also have the option to view the full offer, so you could see everything that the buying agent filled out here. You can view the proof of funds. You can view any additional documentation that they have right here in your dashboard. So just a really clean way to collect all this information. Also, what you can do is write notes about the offer. So say you make an offer, you talk to the agent, they're willing to increase it by 10K, but they haven't yet. You can write that note, save it there, and that'll be saved with the offer, just again, as another easy way to save it. A few other options that we have is you can export all the offers to Excel. You can also export them into a PDF, so you could show the homeowner, hey, these are the offers we received, and it'll look just like this in the PDF. You can also export an individual offer, and that will give you a little folder, and included in that folder, we have the offer details and a PDF, easy to read, and the proof of funds or additional documentation is all uploaded in that folder as well. So it's just a really easy way to keep track of offers, to for yourself, view which offers that you have, show the homeowner which offers that you have, and an easy way for any buying agent who makes an offer to update their offer and manage it like that. As far as creating the offer link, it's the same thing as the open house. Once you create a listing, it'll say submit offer right here. You copy that link and you can paste it on one key in the agent remarks, and you can also send it directly to a listing agent if they want to make an offer. Instead of them sending you an email, you could say, hey, submit your offer through this link, send them a text, and it'll walk them through that whole process that we just went through. All right, the last piece of the puzzle here, our final platform, is the digital business card. We'll go over this pretty quickly. It's pretty easy to follow. So your digital business card, I'm sure you guys are familiar with them. Ours are tailored exclusively towards real estate agents, and there's a few reasons why. So say you give your digital business card to someone, they click add to contacts, save to contacts, you'll go directly into their contact book, and then this form will pop up. That's for them to send you their information. So instead of giving someone a paper business card and hoping that they follow up with you, they save you into their phone, they fill it out, and now you have their information. So it's a two-way transfer. You don't have to wait for them to follow up with you. They fill it out. You can follow up with them directly and immediately right after, and you don't have to worry about them losing your paper card. You could add as many links on here as you want. You can add your social media accounts, all pretty generic. Where we differ is you can add all of your active listings on here. You can add any upcoming open houses that you have. You can add any of your past transactions on here, as well as your testimonials, which we pull from Zillow and Google Business Profile. Why this is beneficial is because now when you meet someone, instead of giving them just a paper card with your name and information on it, you're giving them this whole digital portfolio about you so they can see, okay, this person does business, it builds trust and rapport with them, and you don't have to do any additional steps in the process. They also have the option to leave you a review from your digital business card. So say you do business with someone, you want them to leave you a review on Google and Zillow. You could send them your digital business card, tell them to scroll down. They can click the link or click the share button and leave you a review directly from there. Why we recommend doing this instead of just sending them the link to it is because now they have your digital business card and then they can share it with someone that might refer you to. So now this total stranger, instead of just getting your phone number and they're like, oh, this was my realtor, he was good, they're getting this whole digital portfolio about you. They can add you to their contacts and view all of your past deals, reviews, anything like that. You also, on your own digital card, you can click this button and you could share reviews to Google, share it via text, email, share, and copy if you do want to just send out that individual link. As far as sharing the card goes, you can add it to a QR code, which you can put on any marketing material. You can put it on brochures, flyers. You can put it on the big realty signs that you guys put outside of houses. You can send it as a text message. You can send it as an email. You can add it as an app icon on your phone. You can add it to your Apple Wallet. And I don't have any NFC business cards, but we have the tap cards that work the same way as tap to pay credit cards, where you meet someone, they ask for a digital card, you can literally just tap it to their phone and it'll load your digital card on their phone. So just another easy way to share your digital business card with any potential clients. Any questions?
Yeah, John, I have a question.
Yep.
You know, when you share this card to somebody, they get to see the menu also. You know, like on the left-hand corner on top, they get the whole menu, create a card, edit a card, and all that also.
Mm-hmm.
Why should the client be getting this menu button?
So there's no way that we can stop them from getting it. I mean, we can disable it for only logged in user or enable it for only logged in users.
Yeah.
But then if you're not logged in, you don't have the menu button to log in. So it's not like they can do anything from the card. If they click edit card, I mean, I'm logged in, so it'll let me edit
have
it.
to log in and all.
Yeah, so it's really just for your benefit. There's nothing they can do from it.
And I think adding to the iPhone wallet is also not working. You can download the icon on the home screen, that is working. But when you try to add your iPhone wallet, it seems it's not working. At least I was not able to get it.
Let me see real quick here. It worked on my phone. Let me look into your account and see if it's maybe something with your card. What was your name again?
Jagdeep Singh.
Okay. I'll look into that after the meeting and see if there's anything I can do.
John, the tap cards are additional money, right? Just you gotta order them from through you?
Correct, yeah. So the tap cards are additional. The pro features as well, like the active listings.
Well, actually, it worked now. It worked right now.
Oh, good.
Okay, thank you.
This is all a different platform from the open house platform. So the agents can either pay for it individually if they want to upgrade to it, or we can do another team plan if you want to work something out like that. That's why I wasn't really going to include it in the demo, but figured we'd go over it.
But you get the basic digital card with the platform.
Yeah, so you'll have contact information, I believe social medias, and I think that's it. And then you get all the functionality, so they add the contacts and all the sharing options.
All right.
Any...
So really smooth software. You did a great job with it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have any other ideas, feel free to let me know, because that's how we're growing this company. It's just from agents giving us ideas and us kind of running with it.
No, you worked out a lot of kinks I thought you would have had, but they've already been taken care of.
Yeah, we have like 1,500 or so users, so it's a lot of feedback pretty quickly.
Yeah. Any questions anyone has or anything? I guess not, John. I guess you answered everything.
I'm sure there'll be questions later, so you can attach my
Audrey
email.
has one.
Yep.
Audrey, what do you got? Oh, great
Yeah,
information. Thanks.
Hi, I have a question. So, if like all the listings of Island Advantage will be on this QR code?
Which,
No, just the one, Rosalind. When you set it up, it'll be there. You got to pick it and set up the open house platform yourself. Put the address in.
Okay, so we have to edit and we have to put the address of the open house and I mean, it's only pertaining to the open house, not like other listings.
are you talking about on
Yeah,
the
just-
are you talking about on the business card or on in general?
I think she was talking about setting up the open house, John, as far as,
Gotcha.
she thinks all the Island Advantage listings will be here. They're not. You have to type in an address of an active listing on MLS, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So my question is, I mean, the QR code is for the open house, correct? And then if the buyers after the open house, they want to see the active listings of Island Advantage, like it says your listing at the bottom. So I see if there are a few homes on this listing. So is this all Island Advantage or is this your personal listings?
These are my personal listings. I'm not an agent, and none of these are my actual listings. They're all kind of just for demonstration purposes. But in your case, this would be all of your personal listings.
Okay, all right.
John, if you put an open house on there, next week would it still be there? The old information?
What do you mean?
QR code? So if I typed in so all these listings are tags that we have. We type in the address, got the open house platform set up. Is that still there the following week, or when you go to set up another one?
Yeah, we don't remove any data. So
So if you wanted to preload a bunch of open house information, you could have it there.
yeah, you could
So you
see.
can do 6 open houses for a week. Yeah, it all would be there that weekend.
Yeah. So you can set them up for as far out in the future as you want, and we keep as far back as we really go. Like you could see here, this one's from March.
And sometimes you do them a couple weeks in a row, everything's there. You don't have to set them up. They don't delete.
Yep.
Until they're probably off MLS, correct?
They actually never delete. So
Okay.
if you want to delete it, you can, but we don't really see a reason to, because this way you keep all your
It
leads.
looks like you're doing
organized.
more business that way.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I recorded
All right, John,
this.
Thank you.